anyway.
So I do want to share our producers. We did invite some guys, to come on the show, and they said, no, but we're inviting you guys to come on to react because we would like.
Hey, shout out to Manosphere Highlights Daily. This is one of his videos. I got to support him, got to throw him out. Y'all go subscribe to him, show him some love. But let's get into the video. I ain't gonna hold y'all long.
For you to come on the show and talk about this, because do you feel that then a lot of guys are dating the same girls?
A lot of people are on the same social networks. I feel like having those same dating apps, it's not hard to run across the same people. Like I'm really in shock, honestly, on the page, how many people, there's like a good 5 to 10 people on most of the things. And they're like, yeah, I've seen this guy, I've dated him, I've talked to him on Hinge or this social network. I'm like, so you guys are just serial daters. You're just out there dating everybody you see. This is crazy.
Well, actually, it's not crazy because the only guys they see on these dating apps are Chad and women are literally dating the same guys over and over again because 80-90% of men are invisible. Listen to this.
What are you looking for in a partner? What's the first thing you look for in a partner? Look, there's time. For me,
attraction. Physical, of course.
There's a lot to have seen. Of course, and I always tell my daughter, who's 15 years old, it's much more important to be beautiful on the inside. Right. But there is the physical attraction that has to be there.
For the lip readers out there, let me know what you think she said because they probably removed the audio to protect her from looking superficial. But the cat is already out of the bag. These dating apps are for Chad and the rest is invisible. That's why there is so much tea about these guys in these dating groups. They are all attracted to the same guy. That's why they are all dating the same guy. Let's take it a step further.
So have either of you then dated the same guy? I know we talked before the show that you both have not dated the same guy.
Right.
But have you seen guys on there that you've dated and they're dating somebody else?
No, luckily.
Yeah, I've only seen people that I had matched with and talked with a little bit, but I never had met them, and I just put my little comments down on the post, be like, oh, I talked to them, like, they were weird, creepy, just like fizzled out, just like put my little comment, but I don't think I have actually gone on a date with anyone that someone has posted.
Damn! Oh my goodness. She didn't even meet the guys in person, never been on an official date with any of these guys, but she has everything to say about them. This is on record, guys. Just matching with a woman can mess you up. This is entertainment for these women. They love to talk shit about men.
Yeah.
So would you say like these groups then too are therapeutic?
I know for some girls, I think it is therapeutic for them to just let it out, and I know some girls will post, they say, I need advice, and then they write out a whole thing, and then other girls will comment their advice for them. So I think like in that sort of way, it can be therapeutic.
How about you, Sharon?
I would say in that sense, yeah, a lot of the women that are in there, even if they're, because a lot of the posts are just like, this was my experience with this person. It's not necessarily that they think somebody else was going through this or that they might be dating someone else. It's like more so of a venting thing. They're just like, in case somebody else comes across him, I don't want you to deal with him. And I think it's good because it warns other women, but also it allows them a space to, talk about what happened. Yeah.
Right, to be able to communicate it, right?
Here's something important that you need to understand about female nature. Women experience fulfillment through sharing and relating. That's why they can't stop talking and expose themselves on the internet. The way they feel defines their sense of self. That's why women in general gravitate towards social fields instead of STEM fields, because they love to talk and feel their way. That's why these Facebook dating groups are huge. It's therapeutic for these women because they are consistently in their feelings. Let's take it another step further.
Does that make you so sad? It's so, honestly, like when we're talking about it, and I know, Lauren, what you said, that these Facebook groups aren't meant to be, we hate men, right. But it does seem a bit discouraging towards guys, right? So do you think that's fair?
This is the fact, like, you gotta realize, this is what I always say, women keep women single. When you got a whole group of women just talking, and they saying, oh, a lot of times, right? women want what the other woman got. Or if the other woman rejects them, one woman will tell this other woman, you know what I'm saying, not to mess with this woman, and now the other one telling this woman. It's like a chain reaction. They all want the same man. Or if this woman talk bad about this guy who's actually a good guy, they gonna, follow the leader. You know what I'm saying? So they all keep each other single. A lot of women can't even think on their own. They listening to their single girlfriend who's been single for forever. Do you know how a lot of these women end up single? It's listening to their single friend. A lot of, I just don't really understand it. It boggles me for some reason.
It's fair to the ones that, are doing all this stuff, but definitely not fair to just overall.
And you have an undergraduate degree, though, in criminal justice, right? So, and I know you're not a lawyer. She's studying cybersecurity, by the way, cybersecurity. But as you go through this growth process and have, gone to college, and we've seen social media. I mean, it's a monster. What about people just posting about people, though? Does that make you nervous? Because what if somebody posted something about you?
I guess I never think about people posting about me. I don't know, because I know guys probably have similar groups out there. They're probably not as big. I honestly have no clue. But I don't know, that's never really been a worry. Just because I don't think I'm usually the problem.
Yeah.
This is pure gold. They always tell on themselves. Women do not see themselves as a problem because they don't hold each other accountable. And we all know that accountability is a woman's kryptonite. This is why women are hurt, flabbergasted, and clueless when they hear men talk about how much low-quality women we have today. Grab their passports and go where they are appreciated. If a male version of these dating groups would blow up, women would assemble and do everything in their power to take this group down with help of the government. The judge would rule in their favor because men are disposable and they need that money to keep flowing into the hands of the woman so she can spend it on crap. You see how these women are always laughing when they say these ridiculous things because they know it doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
See, that's why I love this show. And Shar, I want you to weigh in on that too, because, we talk about these questions, again, unedited, unscripted. So has that ever been a concern about, for you?
I didn't think about it until recently. I was talking to my one guy friend the other day, and he was saying that when he used to live in DC, he's like, I know those groups exist, and I probably was in one of them. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. Why would you? But if I think about it, I would hope that I'm not in it if those groups exist for guys. I don't think I'm usually the problem, but
that's the truth. That's women. I'm telling women it's like they don't understand accountability. They cannot look at themselves. Well, a lot of them, I'm not gonna put every woman in that box, but bro, it's crazy out here. And it's a nightmare to date a woman like that literally thinks she does nothing wrong, no matter how wrong she is. That's but that's that's where we at in society today. It's really bad. It's sad too, and it's gonna keep a lot of women single for the rest of their lives, man.
Which proof do you need? Like I always say, focus on the information that's consistent. Most women will say men are the problems, men are dogs, men are a-holes, and assume they are doing nothing wrong. But once again, women will always tell on themselves. Check this out.
Lauren, though, let's talk. What is your absolute worst date?
My worst date? Okay, so I don't even think the date was bad per se. Okay. So basically, I went on a first date with a guy. We got drinks. He got a little too drunk, and we were walking along the river walk in Tampa, and he fell into the river.
Oh my, okay.
So that's my only good story. Everyone laughs and dies.
Okay, wait. He fell into the river.
Over the rails. There's rails, and he fell over the rails.
Okay. He knew how to swim. How did he get out?
So luckily there were two other people standing there. I just stood there silent in shock because I didn't know what just happened. But the guy tried to pull him out, but it was too far down, so he couldn't grab him. And then the lady kept saying we should call 911, and I did not want to cause a scene. So I saw the little life preserver thing, so I told the guy, I was like, okay, grab that, throw it in, drag it to the dock so he can actually get up on the dock himself, and that's what we did. But I just stood there and I was like,
Are you kidding me?
Exactly. She just stood there. Just like she just showed up on this date. Expected to be entertained, expected to be swept off her feet, just for being there. But when it was time to handle business, it was another man that had to go out there and help her date from drowning while she just stood there. But she's not the problem, right? Nah, nothing wrong with her. I've said it many times on this channel. Most women are boring. These women here are leftovers for Chad and Tyrone. These women are pumps and dumps for the men they want, but the men who are actually good for them are overlooked. Stay off these dating apps, guys. The juice ain't worth the squeeze.
I was like, on the first
While a little bit tipsy. Can you imagine?
Maybe just a little bit. So can we assume
been
there was
cracking
not
up.
a second date, or
There was not. He wanted one, and I was like, I think too much of a liability if that happens
Sure,
on
you
the
fall in the
first. I was like, oh no.
Wow. So the fact that they
Honestly.
both got drunk and he made a mistake and failed, you wouldn't date? You wouldn't give him another try? That's crazy. That's the state. That's the society we in right now, man. That's the society we in. Like, you weren't getting drunk with him. Like, it's something. Sometimes when you getting drunk, things just happen. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, thank you guys for watching the video, man. See you guys next video, man. Don't forget to go follow me on Instagram at 200_acres. And hey, always remember, be safe out there, kings. Let's get it, man.